just come to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center and close your eyes. And begin to arrive at your mat by taking a few deep breaths. Filling your lungs to capacity. And pushing out all the air on the exhales. Feel the chest rise. Breathe to where you can't fill your lungs anymore. Exhale, push everything out so that you feel the bones kind of closing down on one another. This time on the inhale, let's raise the arms, keeping the palms together, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bend the elbows. We're bringing the palms behind the head and slowly lowering the chin towards the chest. Keeping the palms back and the chin down. Turn the right ear towards the right shoulder. And stay with the deep breaths. Inhale to center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. We're slowly lifting the arms, raising the chin to neutral. Exhale, push the palms together. Elbows come out wide. Our shoulders are engaged. When the hands get to the chest, lower the chin again. Check in with your breathing. Take full breaths here and feel the vertebra expand away from the spine. One more deep inhale, raising the arms up high. On an exhale, let's drop this right hand. We're reaching over to the right side, pushing the left hip to the floor. Inhale, center. Exhale, left palm down. Stretch over to the left side, opening up the right side body. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale down towards the right. Maybe go a little further. Try to look up past your elbow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. Inhale, center. Exhale, we're twisting with our core towards the right, then bringing the arms down, then turning the gaze over the shoulder. 2 full breaths here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we're turning towards the left, bringing the arms down, then gazing over the shoulder. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, we're bringing the palms to the floor. We're rolling up over the knees, coming to tabletop. So our spine is neutral, our shoulders are over the wrists, hips over the knees. On an inhale, we're lifting the chin, opening the collarbone, and letting the belly hang low. Exhale, tuck your chin, push the shoulders to the ceiling, and bring the tailbone under. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. And one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. We're lifting the right arm up, opening the rib cage, taking a full breath. Exhale, down slow. We're feeding this arm under the left. Cheek comes to the mat. Sink into that bottom shoulder, and then decide if you want to extend the left arm, or you can bend it behind you. On an exhale, bring the left palm back to the shoulder. Inhale, we lift and open, nice and controlled. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm up. Fill the lungs. Exhale, down. We're feeding this arm under the right, cheek to the mat. Sink into the bottom shoulder. Option to extend the right arm or fold it behind you. Exhale, bring the right palm close to the shoulder. Inhale, we lift and open. Exhale, down. From here, we're walking our palms out as far as we can and trying to sink down towards the mat. Our hips stay in the air. So we're hovering here. And you might be able to sink down to where your chin is on the mat, maybe not. But we're breathing underneath the shoulders here. We're gonna hold this for about 30 seconds. So our weight is pushing into our palms. Take a full inhale. On the exhale, we're walking our hands back to tabletop. Tuck the toes and shift your weight back towards your feet. And we're just gently rocking side to side, stretching into the bottoms of the feet, warming them up before we stand on them. Inhale, come forward and roll the ankles. Tuck the toes again, and on an exhale, we're sending our hips up and back for our first downward facing dog. Take your time, maybe pedal one foot out, bending the opposite knee. Switch sides. And this is kind of a discovery pose to figure out where all those tight places are. On an inhale, let's shift our weight forward to plank, or you can drop your knees for modified plank. And on an exhale, we're lowering all the way down to the floor. Belly, chest, chin. Palms hug in close to the shoulders, tops of the feet push into the mat. Our legs and core are engaged. On an inhale, we're lifting. Exhale, roll back over the knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So we're pushing our shoulders away from the ears towards our hips, trying to make our spine as long as possible. Maybe come up on your tiptoes here. Breathe into the calves. Exhale, send your heels back towards the floor. We'll do that one more time. On an inhale, come up on the tiptoes. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, let's lift the right leg, pointing those toes, keeping the hips square to the floor. Bend the right knee, and we're opening the hips so our upper body stays exactly where it is. Your heart faces the floor. We're just opening the lower body. Take full breaths. Inhale, bring that leg back to center. Exhale, the foot comes all the way back to the floor. Okay, now inhale, left foot up. Toes are pointed, hips square to the mat. Bend that knee. We're hinging the hips open, keeping our upper body locked. Inhale, turn your weight back to center. Exhale, bring the foot back to the floor. We're dropping our knees, sending our hips back to child's pose. And on an exhale, just rest your forehead down. Take a break here. Full breaths. Inhale, we're coming back to tabletop. So this time, we're bringing our palms, our elbows down to the floor. So it's as if we were in tabletop, but now our forearms are to the mat. And now we're bringing our palms close together. So our elbows, we're kind of making a triangle with our hands. From here, we're keeping our arms on the ground, our forearms on the ground. We're gonna do something called dolphin. So it's exactly like downward facing dog, except our forearms stay down. So our toes are tucked, and on an exhale, we're pushing our hips up and back. And it's weird, like you're not gonna be able to sink back far, and our shoulders are fully engaged. So take 2 breaths here. Everybody looks good. 2 breaths. On an exhale, bring those knees back to the floor. Walk the palms out again. Exhale, arms down, hips stay up, puppy dog. On an exhale, walk the palms close to the knees again. Okay, and just to undo that, we'll do a couple cat-cows. On an inhale, let's lift the chin, open the collarbone, let the belly hang low. Exhale, tuck the chin. Push the shoulders to the ceiling. Bring the tailbone under. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. And one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale to neutral spine. We're tucking the toes. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. From here, we're walking our palms back towards our feet. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Bring the feet to hip width apart. And on an exhale, we're just forward folding, letting everything go. So if you need, you always want a little give in your knees. They should never be rigidly straight. But if you want to bend them a lot, you can. Just let your head and your upper body be relaxed. Maybe reach for opposite elbows and hang in ragdoll. Breathing into the spine and the backs of the legs. Full inhale. On the exhale, bend your knees, relax your arms, and we're rolling up nice and slow all the way to the top. The head is the last thing to come upright. All right. On an inhale, let's lift the arms up high. Exhale, we're dropping this right arm and we're just leaning over so our lower body stays exactly where it is. And try to take a deep breath. I know it's tight, it's hard. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand comes down. We're stretching over to the left side, opening up that right side body. Inhale back to center. This time we're grabbing the left wrist with our right hand. We're stepping our left foot behind the right, and we're just reaching over. So you're kind of pulling your left arm. Breathing into that side. Does that feel okay? Inhale back to center. We're stepping and releasing our hands. And our next exhale, left wrist grabs right. We're stepping the right foot behind the left. Exhale, we're gently pulling our arm. Inhale back to center, release. On an exhale, are you okay? On an exhale, we're sitting in our chair. Bring that pelvis forward. It's really easy to arch the back. Exhale, bring palms to center, heart center. And on an exhale, we're turning so that our right elbow comes to the left wrist. And we're trying to look up past our elbow. Inhale, we're rising all the way back up, slow and controlled. Exhale, sit back in your chair, tuck that pelvis forward, hands to heart center. We're rotating this way toward left elbow, right knee. Sorry. Inhale, back to center, up. Exhale, let go. And from here, you can either grab opposite elbows or opposite wrists. If you want a big challenge, you can do reverse prayer, which is your palms folded behind you. But we're going to do some neck stretches here, and we're just pinning our muscles. We're pinning the upper tracts down so that we feel a good stretch in the shoulders. On an exhale, bring right ear towards right shoulder. And you want to feel the pull at the collarbone and the base of the skull. Slowly turn your nose towards the armpit. We're rolling our way chin to chest. Check in with your breathing. Try to take full breaths here. You will feel it pull in all of those tight places. Slowly work your way up, left ear, left shoulder. And turn your nose towards the left armpit. Inhale back up to center. You can release the arms. Roll the wrists. We'll do a little bit of a standing movement now. So on an inhale, let's step the right foot forward, and our left foot is at 45-degree angle. Our hips are forward. We're like pulling, so our legs are fully engaged. We're pulling our mat apart. So that's what keeps us really strong. Core is engaged. Inhale, arms come up. This is warrior one. On an exhale, let's bring the palms behind us, clasping the hands. pull the shoulders down and away from the ears, opening up the front of the chest. Take a full inhale. Exhale, we're hinging at the hips, staying to the inside of our forward knee, and we're just coming down nice and slow. Everything is working, everything's engaged. If it feels okay, you can lift the palms up off the back, stretching the arms. That might not be available to you. Don't force it. Now on an inhale, we're lifting, nice and slow. We're building these muscles on the way up as well. Exhale, release the palms. Inhale all the way up. Now from here, we're gonna do a little bit of balance. So all of our weight is gonna plant in this front foot. We're coming up on our toes. So we're basically standing on right leg, and we're trying to hinge forward. So we're working our way into warrior 3. Arms can stay extended, arms can come to heart center, arms can come behind you. But this is not, and this is a hard pose. Sorry, my words are failing me. I can't balance and talk at the same time. Okay, on an inhale, let's lift back up. We're trying to come out of it just as controlled. And exhale, release. Just shake that out. You have to let those balancing poses go as soon as it's done, because it's over with. And the next time you do it, it can feel totally different. All right, so from here, we're gonna step the right foot back now to 45-degree angle. Hips are forward. Arms, inhale up. Exhale, palms behind the back. Clasp them a different way this time, so it feels awkward. Shoulders pulled down away from the ears. Take a full inhale. Exhale, we're hinging at the hips. Stay to the inside of that knee. If it feels okay, bring the arms up. You decide where your limit is. On an inhale, we're coming up just as slow. Let go of the arms. We inhale all the way up. From here, we come up onto the toes. All of our weight is in this left leg now. We're hinging forward, so kind of drag that foot closer, and then bending at the waist. We're like a long lever here. Find something to stare at, to direct your attention to. And don't judge your body. Your balance changes every day.
Does that mean it gets worse?
No. So on an inhale, we're coming back up. So your balance changes like every 20 minutes. And it can depend on how much sleep you've had, how dehydrated you are, literally everything. If you've been sitting for a long time. On an exhale, let's bring the hands down. We're swan diving towards the floor. Plant the palms, and we're stepping our feet back to plank, or drop the knees for modified plank. On an exhale, we're coming all the way down. Belly, chest, chin. Bring the elbows in tight to the body. Hug them close. Our lower body stays relaxed. Our palms are pushing into the mat. And on an inhale, we're coming up onto our elbows. So we're like on our little platform here. Lower body is relaxed. You should feel a nice, gentle traction in the low back. I'm just gonna hold this for like 2 breaths. Take a full inhale. On the exhale, we're just lowering back to the mat. Rest your forehead down, reverse Shavasana. Take a pause. On an inhale, we're tucking those toes, bringing the shoulders, the palms close to the shoulders again. Exhale, we're pushing up over the knees, shifting back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up, hips face the floor. On an exhale, we're bringing this right foot forward, planting our foot between our palms, dropping that back knee. Okay. Engage the core, squeeze your butt and legs. On an inhale, we're lifting our upper body. On an exhale, we're opening up towards the side, towards our forward knee. You have to squeeze everything. Inhale, center. Exhale, we're opening up away from our forward knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring the palms down to either side of your foot, and we're just shifting our weight back until our toes come up off the floor and you feel a stretch in the back of the leg. So this is just a passive stretch here, and we're kind of letting our upper body round down. We're breathing into that right leg. On an inhale, rebend the right leg. And we're just, let's walk our foot out to the edge of our mat. And so now we have our elbow available, and you can either use your elbow to gently push your knee and get your foot up on its side, or you can use your arm. So we're just doing like a little stretch on the groin muscles. I'm like blanking on what they're called. So just a full breath here. Okay, release your knee. Now we're walking this foot all the way over to the left heel, and we're kind of shift down into pigeon. Okay, so now right leg stays flat, the foot stays flexed. We can use our left toes to walk the left leg back a little further. You just don't want to feel any pinching or burning. Hips are square. So for the first minute, we just stay up on our palms, breathing into that right hip. And if it's available to you, on an exhale, let's come down to our forearms. And then let your head be heavy. Send your exhales to those tight places. About 30 more seconds here. On an inhale, let's push back into our palms, walking our arms closer to us. Retuck the left toes. On an exhale, we're going to come up to downward facing dog from here. So on an exhale, we're pushing our weight back, bringing the right foot to the back of the mat and extending into downward facing dog. So pedal the feet out, let the blood come back in. Pigeon is a difficult pose. So pedal your feet out. Now start to feel the difference between the right side and the left. We just did a lot of stretching on the right. Okay, on an inhale, left leg comes up this time. Take a full breath. Exhale, we're bringing the left leg through, planting it between our palms. Drop the back knee. Engage the core, squeeze your butt and legs. On an inhale, we're lifting our upper body. Exhale, turn towards the forward knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, open away from the forward knee. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring the palms to either side of the front foot, and we're shifting our weight back just until the toes come up off the floor, and then round the upper body, breathing into the back of the left leg. On an inhale, rebend that front knee, and now we're gonna walk it to the edge of our mat. Plant the weight in your right palm. We're coming up to the edge of our foot, and either using your elbow or your arm to guide your leg. We're just stretching it out. Coming up on the edge of the foot, just breathe here. Exhale, release. And now we're walking this left foot all the way to the opposite side of the mat. Keep that foot flexed. Now we're shifting our weight forward, coming into pigeon. Now you don't want to cock your weight out to one side. You want to make sure that the hips are still square, but you're going to feel it heavily on the outer left hip. We stay up on our palms at first. When you feel warm enough, sink down to your forearms and allow your head to be heavy. On an inhale, let's push back into our palms, walking them closer to our body. Tuck those back toes. This will be our last down dog. On an exhale, we're shifting our weight back. Downward facing dog. I know it's kind of weird to go into it straight from pigeon, but it's good to do because we were restricting all that blood flow. So bend one knee at a time, shift your weight from side to side. And hopefully it feels a lot smoother than the first down dog today. All right, so we're gonna come down to our knees and work our way to seated. Okay. I always like to do a little low back stuff, so let's bring right leg in, left leg is extended. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we're turning towards our extended leg, bringing palms to either side, and then slowly trying to round our back while keeping this left hip on the floor. So we might not get very far. You might be just hanging in space, but that's okay. We're trying to let go a little bit on every exhale. Take a full inhale. And on the exhale, we're just sliding our way back to center. Take a little pause. Next inhale, arms come up again. This time, we're just leaning over with our bodies facing forward. And you can relax this right arm, or the left arm, and we're stretching over with the right. Inhale up to center. Exhale, let go. I'm going to switch sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, return towards the extended leg, bringing the palms down to either side, and rounding out the spine, letting the head be heavy. Take a full inhale. On the exhale, we're just sliding back to center. Next inhale, arms come up. Exhale, relax the right arm as we reach over to the right side with the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let go. We'll bring both the soles of the feet together at the center of the mat. And you can clasp your hands around the feet and let your knees fall towards the floor. So our spine is straight. On an exhale, we're hinging at the hips, keeping our back straight until you can't go any further. So you're gonna feel this in the low back and the inner groin. We're just taking a few breaths here while everything's active. Now let go of your feet, placing the palms in front of you. And we're gonna change this into a passive pose. So now round the back, let the head hang heavy. And notice how the stretch changes. On an exhale, scoot your feet just a few inches away from you while keeping them together. And then walk the palms forward again, rounding out the back. So this is going to bring it just to a different area of the legs. Another full inhale. On the exhale, we're just rolling nice and slow all the way to neutral. And you can extend your legs long. From here, let's cross right foot over left. Inhale, arms come up high. Exhale, we're turning towards the right. And then bringing the arms down. And then turning the gaze over the shoulder. So we're going to hold this for a couple breaths. back to center. Exhale, we're switching our feet. Then turning our core towards the left. Bringing the arms down, gazing over the shoulder. Inhale, let's come back to center. Exhale, uncross and let go. So we are gonna do some hamstring stuff. Does everyone have a strap? Okay, I'm actually not gonna use a strap, but use your strap if you can't reach your feet, because I'm gonna hold my actual feet. So we're gonna lie down onto our backs. And using a strap or not, we're taking the right foot. And if you have a strap, the right foot goes in and your both shoulders are relaxed onto the mat. If you choose not to use a strap, just interlace your fingers behind your leg. We're going to take the strap into our left hand and release the right arm. And on an exhale, we're folding across our bodies over to the left side, trying to keep that right shoulder on the ground. Let's work our way back up to center. We're taking the strap into the right hand, relaxing the left, and on your next exhale, we're opening up to the right side. Let's work our way back to center. Switch your feet. take the strap into the right hand, release the left. On an exhale, we're folding over to the right, keeping the left shoulder down. Inhale, work your way back to center. We're switching sides. Exhale, open up to the left. Inhale your way back to center. Exhale, take your feet out of the strap and just bring your knees to your chest and rock side to side. From here, let's come back to center, plant the right foot on the ground, left foot crosses over, keeping the left foot flexed. Arms come out to a T. On an exhale, both legs come over to the right side. So we're focusing on our low back here. Low back and hip. Should feel good. To the middle. We're switching feet. On the next exhale, come over to the left side. Nice and slow, let's roll back to center. Uncross your feet and bring the heels close to the glutes. Our arms come down beside us now, so our palms are facing down. We're gonna do bridge here, so our legs are hip width apart, heels are close to our glutes. On an exhale, we're squeezing our butt, legs, and core, and we're pushing our lower body up. Chin is a little bit tucked. Try to make a big ramp with our body. Full breath. On an exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. Maybe you windshield wipe the knees back and forth a few times. We will do that once more, adding the shoulders. So come back to center, get your feet back into position. On an exhale, we're squeezing everything, pushing up. Now roll one shoulder under, then the other, clasping the hands and pulling the arms long. Breathe into the chest. On an exhale, unroll one shoulder at a time, and then come down one vertebra at a time. Hug the knees in and rock it out. From here, just extend your legs long. Bring it to the edges of your mat. Arms come down beside you. We're relaxing into Shavasana here. Just let everything go. It's been kind of a crazy week. Picture tree roots coming down from your mat, going deep into the earth. And any of these uncomfortable feelings, just send them down the roots. We're going to leave them here. When you're ready, just roll over to the right side and take a few breaths there. It's the side of renewal. Let's take a reset so that when we sit back up, we're starting brand new. Take as long as you need. We'll meet you seated when you're ready. Just bring your hands back to heart center. And thank yourself for coming to your mat today. And taking time out to do something good for your body, mind, and soul. Thank you for coming to class this morning. Namaste.
Namaste.
How are you guys feeling?